everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the all-new, all-improved Baharroth. Yes, look at him. Absolutely spectacular new glow-up for the Phoenix Lord of the Swooping Hawks, and he has been sent to me early by Games Workshop to build up and paint with all of you, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So, massive thank you to them for that, and well, we're going to jump in and we're going to start painting him. Now, don't be intimidated by this one. He looks really complicated, but it's actually fairly simple. So, the colour we're going to be using first is Akhelian Green. And we're going to be applying this over top of all of the armour, both of these bits of cloth, and the intervening kind of sort of bluey-greeny bits on the wings. So, it's a lot. It's a lot of Akhelian Green. So, it's been primed in grey here, I should say. I don't think I've mentioned that. And we're just going to start. I'm going to start down here on the foot and start making our way all the way around the model. So with all of that Akhelian Green applied, as you can see, it's a lot of Akhelian Green. Don't worry if it's a little bit ropey in some places, particularly on the wing veins, because we're going to sort of sort those out a little bit later on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a roughly 4 parts black Templar to 1 part Lahmian Medium mix. And we're going to apply this over top of Baharroth's armour and the spines of the wings, but not the feathers or the cloth or the helmet. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to shade all of it, the colours that we've done, and we're going to be using some Tyran Blue to do this. So we're going to apply this over the top of the armour and the cloth. We will just leave the wing spines because, as you can see, some of them are a little bit patchy, so we're going to have to fix them a little bit later, so doing a shade over them will be counterproductive, shall we say. Still sticking with the Tyran Blue, and this won't be the last time we use it. What we're going to do is we're going to apply this over top of what will be the white details, excluding the feather just for the moment, because we need some other colours for the feather, but rather than do it all at once, let's just do this bit first, shall we say. We're going to be doing the gun, like so, and on the outer row of feathers of the jump pack assembly type thing, the big wings, we're going to be applying this over the ones that we haven't done with the Akhelian Green, because those are going to be white. So with all of that Tyran Blue applied, we're then going to take some Imperial Fist, and we're going to apply this over the top of this bit of fabric just here, tied around the arm, and we're also going to apply the Imperial Fist over the top of all of our remaining feathers on the wings. So with that Imperial Fist all applied, we're then going to take some Cygor Brown. And we're going to apply this over top of the leather. So with that all done, we are now going to work on those feathers on the head up here, and we need to use 4 colours for this. So we're going to be using Tyran Blue, Imperial Fist, Talassar Blue, and Luxion Purple. And what we're going to do is we're going to blend them all on the model. So we're going to take the Tyran Blue first, and we're going to apply them. Well, apply it. We're just going to apply it over the top of the kind of bottom 2/3 of the feather. Like that sort of thing. Then we're going to wash the brush, grab some Imperial Fist, and we're going to apply this like so across there like that. Then we're going to wash the brush, grab a little bit of Talassar Blue, and next to it we're going to apply the Talassar Blue. Like that. And then we're going to wash the brush once more and grab a little bit of Luxion Purple. I'm going to apply this over the tips of the feathers, like so. Wash the brush one more time, and we're just going to go back to Talassar Blue here. I'm going to use that. Like so. Wash the brush. A bit more Tyran Blue. Use it across there just to smooth out that blend. Wash the brush. Then grab some Luxion Purple once again. I'm just going to strengthen out the tip of the feather a little bit, like so. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some Druchii Violet, and we're going to apply this over top of the sword. So with that now done, we're going to take some Black Legion. We're going to apply this over top of any cabling. So with that all done, we now need to do some blending on the sword. So this bit's kind of optional. If you don't want to do it, you can skip ahead. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a roughly 2 parts Lahmian Medium to 1 part Luxion Purple mix, and we're going to do 3 blends across the sword. So we're going to start down here, and we're going to apply this like so. I'm going to bring it up to around about, well, a little bit further north of that bit of trim, just there. Then we're going to wash the brush, put the camera back in focus, and then once we've touched off the water, we're just going to blend that Luxion Purple into the it's Druchii Violet. Not Magos Purple. I don't know why I've got that on the brain. Anyway, we're now going to then do another one. This is going to be the one that's a little bit tricky because it's both sides. So we're going to, over here, just around about there, so we're going to apply the Luxion Purple like so, in a curve. Then going to wash the brush, touch off the water, and then we're going to give it a blend into the rest of the blade. like that. And then we've got one more to do, which is going to be here. So once again, take the Luxion Purple. Apply it like so. Wash the brush. Touch off the water. And then blend the two together. Like so. And then we're going to do this on the other side as well. And we're going to do it 2 more times. So after 3 goes round on the power blade, you should have something that looks somewhat like that. And it looks pretty cool. It's still drying at the moment, but that's okay, because what we're going to do is move on now. And we're going to move on to our final base coat, which is going to be some thinned down Retributor Armour. I'm going to apply this over top of all of our remaining details, such as this kind of chest piece here, the beak of the helmet, and we're also going to be applying this over things like the grip here of the gun, lenses and spirit stones, and stuff like that. So with all of that Retributor Armour now applied, it's time to add some shades, and the first of these is going to be some Reikland Fleshshade, and we're going to use this to shade all of that gold. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some Iyanden Yellow. We're going to apply this over the top of our yellow details. We don't need to apply it over the top of the yellow part of the feathers on his head. So with that all done, Baharroth is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready, and it's looking pretty cool. However, we're not going to leave it there, of course not. We're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to do this by adding some layers and some highlights. Now the first of these is going to be, well, both. So the colour that we're going to be using first is some thinned down Corax White. And we're going to use this to highlight the sword blade, the Tyran Blue areas of the feather on the head, and the faceplate. However, what we're also going to do with the Corax White is we're going to use this to relayer the gun and the wing feathers. Like that sort of thing. Similarly on the gun. So with all that Corax White applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Thousand Suns Blue, and we're going to apply this over the top of our Akhelian Green bits on the wings. So with both those relayers applied, it's now time to add those highlights. So the first of these is going to be some thinned down Sotek Green, and we're going to use this to highlight all of the armour, excluding of course the helmet. So with all that Sotek Green applied, we then take some thinned down Fenrisian Grey, and we're going to use this to add some little spot highlights to the sharpest points in all the armour. So with that all done, the sort of bluish black armour is now finished. So what we're going to do now is going to move on. I'm going to move on to all the actual blue stuff. So this is the cloth and the spines of the wings and the helmet. And the colour we're going to be using to highlight this is some thinned down Temple Guard blue. I'm just going to start up here. Picking out all the edges. So with all that Temple Guard blue applied, we had to work in our next colour, which is going to be some thinned down Baharroth Blue. I'm going to use this just to add a couple of little extra spot highlights to the sharpest points. So with that Baharroth Blue all applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Gtiz Yellow. I'm going to use this to highlight our yellow details. So with that Gtiz Yellow all applied, we then take some thinned down white scar. I'm going to use this to highlight all of our white details. Like that sort of thing. However, what we're also going to do here is going to apply just a small amount of this towards the tip of the sword, just to make it extra sharp and shiny, like that. With all of that white scar applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the gold. So with all of that Liberator Gold applied, we're now going to take some Blood Angels Red. I'm going to use this over the top of all the gems and the eye lenses to finish off Baharroth. So with that all done, Baharroth is now finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the base very quickly, and we're going to take some Skeleton Horde and we're going to apply this over the top of the runic areas of the tactical rocks. And with all that Skeleton Horde applied, we then take some Black Templar and apply this over the top of the rest of the rock. And so with all that Black Templar applied, we're then going to do our usual thing by taking some Sterling Mud, applying it over the top of the negative space on the base, and giving the whole thing a dry brush of Tyrant Skull. And so with the base complete, Baharroth, the Cry of the Wind, is now finished. This is one of my favourites from the new Eldari range. It's between this one and Lhykhis. I can't decide which one is my favourite. Probably Lhykhis because it's new and it's interesting, it's cool and it's awesome, and it's pretty and it's beautiful. But this one is all of those things as well. It's just absolutely fantastic, and it's also enormous. Seriously, so big.
If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.